there are a lot of factors. There's, for example, my, I understand, but uh,
Racial conscience.
Yeah.
the thing is, for example, my dad died not about 4 years ago. Left houses in Brooklyn. I'm in Long Island. My brother is in Connecticut. My sister already owned her own house. Now, I'm planning to leave New York because I can't. My wife and I cannot stand the cold. What do you think? Somebody walks in and says, "Well, hey, this house, my dad probably bought it $165,000. Now it's about $500,000 or $600,000. So it's different factors. It's not about really we trying to keep the immigrant pride or value, what have you. Now, economically, as you said, I'm not going to be attached to that thing. I'm ready to sell mine, and I live in Boulder now. I'm ready to sell mine. As soon as I hit 55 or 60, that's a new plan. So it's going to have different.
Where rather than just selling it on the open market, you sell it to one of us.
That's what
Okay.
That's what
Yes.
the land
Yes.
trust.
Yes.
That's part of it, but if you go to their synagogue, if you go in a Jewish synagogue, you see more serious. They're not
Okay.
Yes, but
Okay.
but that
Oh, within the community.
but that speaks to the cohesion of a community. That's a and sometimes it's
Some churches do that. The Seventh-day Adventist churches do that.
Really?
Some organizations do that.
but that is a pretty cohesive group, isn't it?
Yeah. Or Seventh-day
The
Adventist.
7 days Adventist is pretty cohesive. But you,
Yes.
So maybe that's a campaign that we can push
To work with
our
the church.
faith institutions.
Yes.
They need to formalize that kind of communication.
But you have to realize a lot of those faith institutions are struggling.
Yes,
They're
I
trying to
get
keep their lights on.
and here's some.
Trying to-
Yes.
You know, they're just making
And no more loyalty. There is no member who sit in the church for 5 years anymore. Well, young people haven't gone to church.
Well, you know, there was a place in a church in Harlem that went bankrupt, but it is prime real estate, and apparently it's been purchased, and it is going to be used to build. They'll not build a church, and they will build apartment buildings or something like that.
Right.
But what I would
But they
add,
still own the land, or they're out of the picture?
they're out of the picture. Out of the
Because
picture.
in that
Yes.
same Harlem, though, there were a couple of churches that took those parking lots,
Yes. And
got a lawyer, cut a deal with a developer, and
Yes.
they're now on the first two floors on those condos. That's where they're
Yes.
sanctuary. They didn't give up that deal.
But that's that's having those skills where you can use the
And
law.
I'm saying more of that information needs to be gotten to them.
If,
They don't
if,
realize the value of the asset.
if you know what's one of the things that we don't do as a people. When we have money or when we have assets, very often we don't make a will. We don't do what is estate planning, where you can pass wealth to another generation. We don't do, or some
Two generations that it took us to get that house.
yes.
We don't just hand it off to them with
Yes.
stipulations.
No, all right.
They no longer live in it.
Yes.
They're going to turn around and sell that to the highest bidder.
I'm going to get me a Benz out of this. Or
Estate
something.
planning, you can put
Of
stipulations.
course. All right, and make sure it's simple as this. Pay your tax. Somebody informs you to pay when you're in arrears. Pay the taxes, because if you don't, the city takes over the property.
The first
All right?
month you miss the jamming.
Yes.
But it requires being informed to a degree that many of us are not. And, you know, the system is brutal. Ignorance will make you pay the price.
Education is very important.
Yeah, of course.
Now, one more concern that I have. It seems this movement is solely for immigrants, black immigrants. What about the black American born here? If they're not inclusive in what we're doing, I think that could lesser influence and power.
When you see the word migrant, again, that's Dr. Stewart's language. He's referring to African Americans.
Yeah.
I'm a,
It's more inclusive.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a first generation Brooklynite. My parents are migrants from the South.
From the South, yeah.
That's how he captured
Yeah,
that term. But when he says immigrants and migrants, AKA Caribbean Americans and Africans, that's
Now,
the priority focus though is Caribbean Americans.
Yeah.
In research.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I
But,
think
but,
the church should do some financial teaching.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could play that kind of social role. It could play an economic role. Of course, it plays a spiritual role as well. I want to share something about what has influenced Caribbean immigrants and African immigrants, but particularly Caribbean immigrants, about purchasing property.
By the way, that's the third group.
Yes,
That's growing.
yes, that is, and
Continental Africa.
yes, no doubt about that.
Mainly in the South, Texas.
And the Bronx,
Right,
and
but
the, yes,
growing on
and
places
Houston,
in the Bronx.
and Houston, Dallas. But if you think of the Caribbean, the ownership of land, the ownership of property was a marker of success. In an elementary way in the English-speaking Caribbean, if you own land, you could vote. All right? If you, yes. So that is embedded in you. When you talk to Caribbean immigrants and you ask them the way that they measure the degree of success and acclimating to this society, do you have a house? Almost invariably they ask you, do you have a house? Or how many houses you've got? Because that for them says you've done okay in this society. But to understand that you've got to go back to where they came from, where owning an acre of land, half an acre of land, allowed you to vote. It allowed you to send your kid to school, or whatever the case may be. So you're transmitting a value that originated in one society in another, and you're using it in a way that's profitable to you. All right? So I
Now remittance.
that's a very good point.
The remittances are necessary. He left. But,
You're trying to get something out fast.
Yeah, but
Get it,
what
get it.
you do is you accumulate wealth
the
somewhere
$2 billion
else. All right? But in fact,
Haiti alone.
absolutely. But our notion of success is to have that house back
Probably
home.
20% of that's coming out of Central.
But it is not serving you here. I agree. Absolutely.
Can vision
Per year.
Huh?
per year. Do both.
And there's some who do both.
It
There's
is in
some who do
Jamaica.
both. Yes.
Created a
Sorry.
yes.
Go ahead.
How can we tap? Because $2 billion and home to the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. That's what they're $2 billion. What our vision now to set in place? Whether it's Jamaica or Haiti or Ghana. Wages don't use much. But how are we going to tap in this?
No,
You're
no,
based.
I'm from there. But I suspect that part of what is going on there is that there isn't as much need. You okay, Bertie? So your family settled in Massachusetts someplace? New Bedford,
Rhode Island, Massachusetts,
or East
and Rhode
Boston?
Island.
Or East Boston? You're from Boston. East Cambridge. East Cambridge, right in back of MIT. There was a Cape Verdean community. They came over to pick cranberries. And whalers, the original whalers, yes. So you're talking about the 19th century. You're going back. You got deep roots in this society. Yes. So you have a Portuguese name. That's yes. Wow.
Sidetrack to the Cape Verde Islands.
Yeah, that's all right.
You were somewhere
I'm sorry.
else.
I made that. I'm sorry.
We wound up very picking in.
Right.
Let's have our conversation.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Seems like they're going down over there. Let's get going. Get closer.
A Western Union. Is it a black?
No. It's a major corporation. But you know what is giving Western Union a run for its money? PayPal. PayPal, you can send money for $4.99 up to 3,000. Western Union,
Can.
no, but Western Union is a major American corporation.
I had a cousin
Can
who
we
ran.
turn down the volume, please? There are 3 other groups working here.
We have to deport you to the gun.
No, we made it through. We getting our work done.
George, what's happening over
It's
there?
just that last ratchet it up of the volume like threw us off.
All those $2 billion spent in food. In food? Food. Jamaica, Haiti.
Let me ask a question because some of you are the remitters. What is going, that's cash. How is that being used back home?
Food.
People buying foodstuffs, clothing, basic
But
essentials.
also to buy property, build houses.
Really?
Yes,
Buying
yes, yes. Buy and
So
land.
you're sending it back to relatives who then
No.
purchase some land?
Okay. Think of what is going on. A lot of these people have this has been characteristic of the West Indian community here, of going, as I put it, going back home.
Yes.
Transnational.
Yes.
You
all
Google
right.
my name with your
Yes.
paper on it.
Yes.
Google my name
And let's face it, they're not going back.
They're not.
Most of them are not going
I
back.
agree. My dad bought a
Yes.
house in
And you know what they do?
He died.
They build a massive house back there. They're in their late 60s, early 70s. The bedrooms are on the second floor, and they're having difficulty negotiating going up and down. But it is a fulfillment of a dream. That's what they envision. The kids have no intention because they're not West Indians, they're not Jamaicans, they're Americans. They will visit, but they're not going to live.
And that's why I'm asking whether we own hotels back our focus
But
just solely on the Caribbean.
that branch stays there. All right. I am proud of how we are conducting our discourse.
I can send you the paper if you send me the
Yeah, please.
Now we have Digicel. Digicel.
Digicel is a telephone company in the English-speaking countries. It may have extended elsewhere, but Western Union has for a long time been the source of transmission. Where are your roots?
This is going on right
Haiti.
now.
Well, you know, on Nostrand Avenue, there are Haitian businesses that allow you to send money back to the Caribbean. Yes. Right?
So you said
But
you were 32?
where are your roots? Haiti. You know that sending those remittances back to Haiti could transform the way that your family lives, right? So if you sent back $3,000 or $4,000 in the course of a year, you can have a visible, a measurable impact on the quality of life of whomever you're sending that money for. One of the things that I notice is if you go to the airport and you observe flights going to the Caribbean, people have got suitcases, massive. I mean, you're not going to take back one suitcase. You take back 2 or 3 or 4, because when you go
Hey,
back,
thank God for our moderator.
you have to make sure that your family or your village are the recipients of your success.
Some important points here.
Yeah, it's been picked
On
up some
top of the remittances that were sent to Haiti,
Mhm.
there is a fee that you pay that goes straight to the government. So whenever you send a transfer to Haiti,
Yeah.
it's 2 months that you send.
So I mean, if you remove those remittances, what happens to the government? Right. We're talking about not millions of dollars, tens of millions. We're talking about billions of dollars that are remitted to the Caribbean each year. Jamaica, Haiti, Guyana.
And again, it's over $200 to
real
one
estate,
US
Yeah.
dollar.
estate planning.
Yeah,
The exchange is,
it's
oh God, it's gone up. Exchange has gone up.
Jamaica is like 1/10 to the dollar, and Barbados is like,
200 something.
yes, it's 2 to 1 now, but it is likely to be more than that as time goes by.
And it's
I didn't know that.
200 something
Yeah.
to one. 200.
Starting to get more and more.
I know in the larger churches, like Presbyterian, Catholic churches,
The amount of money you have to take to the supermarket to buy food.
You have a shield,
a bigger base.
especially in the Episcopal Church. Come on, you in the Presbyterian,
That's
you're
true.
proud.
But
Yeah, but there's still no problem in the minority areas.
I can speak to the folly
In
of
Hempstead, they
my
closed
family
one
not
church
owning on the property.
left
My
it.
sister and I
The one that
own
left is
a property on Lewiston, that down a 7-family house. If we'd have on it, it'd be worth like $4 or $5 million today. And if I had all around there, I know all around there is being gentrified.
Nightclubs.
Yes, yes, all along Classen
what I find now. The city
Avenue.
is declaring, pushing you to foreclosure.
But they speak to
Foreclosure
how we
faster.
choose to live.
You miss a water payment, you're on your. And this is happening even on the Blasio.
you
Even
know
on
what?
the
They
Blasio.
see that they
All right, but you know, Don, if these people come to you and say, I'll pay you $1 million for your house, it is worth $200.
Happening on the Blasio. He
It is
blames
not worth
Bloomberg,
half
right?
a million.
Bloomberg was
They are not going to pay you $1 million for something that in their view is worth half a million.